In this edition of City News, find out what brought many police officers under one roof. Also, see what event brought the community, local law enforcement, and man's best friends together for a good cause. And learn why the city of Hawthorne honored 5 of their very own. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Wealthy Jenner. The South Bay Police and Fire Memorial Foundation hosted the 44th Annual South Bay Medal of Valor. Jennifer Murillo brings us the details.
Every day, police officers and firefighters go into work not knowing what their day will be like. Today, some exceptional individuals are being recognized for selflessly giving back to their community. The South Bay Medal of Valor is awarded to individual police officers and firefighters who have distinguished themselves by bravery, heroism, or other outstanding actions.
Residents of the city of Hawthorne depend on our police officers to be able to serve them, and this is exemplary examples of what they have done to be able to protect our residents, to go out even beyond their call of duty.
I am especially proud of our Hawthorne police officers because they actually win awards every year.
Out of 24 officers recognized, 1 sergeant and 7 police officers were from the Hawthorne Police Department, 3 of which received the Distinguished Service Award, and 5 others earned the Life Saving Award.
It's amazing knowing that at the end of the day, we have a tragedy that turns into a miracle, and that's what it's all about.
When they start talking about the details and the actual things that these officers, the dangers these officers are faced with, and their response to the dangers, the way they confront the dangers and their training comes into effect and they are able to respond so effectively, it makes you so proud.
Law enforcement and firefighting is a calling. So when you get into this line of work, you know that at any given time, the whole world can change for you or somebody else.
Something which you saw today was a lot of life-saving awards. And so we made it a focus to make life-saving medical intervention skills and training and focuses part of what every man and woman does on the street. So when the time comes, they can show up and be much more equipped than police officers from 10 years ago.
Chief Robert Fager also said that the Medal of Valor is a reaffirmation of the great men and women the Hawthorne Police Department has serving the community. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about the South Bay Police and Fire Memorial Foundation, visit their website at www.sbpoliceandfire.com. You can watch the entire ceremony on our channel and on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. The Hawthorne President's Council and Hawthorne Police Department collaborate for their annual event. Tony Long Jr. gives us the details.
Hawthorne Memorial Center welcomes in local citizens for some doggone fun at this year's Canine BBQ Dinner.
Tonight is the 38th annual, the Hawthorne President's Council BBQ Dinner for the K9 unit. So usually we raise money for the police department for the K9 units.
It feels good for us to see the support. People come out here, take time out of the day to actually support us, support our four-legged friends, and it's a great event.
The Hawthorne Police Department showcased the work of their K9 unit to the community on stage.
We'll have a narcotics detection dog go through a couple boxes, and we'll have one box that'll have narcotic odor in it, and the dog will go around, kind of like if we do at the airport, Hawthorne Airport. We have the luggage that comes off the airplane. We have our dog detection dog, narcotics detection dog go through it.
For local citizen Julie Newell, the event allows her to meet some of the officers that serve her community.
They're great. I really appreciate all the work they do, and keeping us safe, and they're really responsive whenever we have to call them and stuff, and we're lucky to have them.
Megan Wiles appreciates the work of the canines themselves.
The dogs are great. I mean, obviously there's a good, we need them for a good reason. They help out in certain situations where officers maybe not be able to, be in a safe place. The dogs are able to be there to make sure officers are safe and make sure that citizens are safe as well.
Hawthorne President's Council Chairman Alex Montero says that his goal is to raise $15,000 for the K9 unit. This is Tony Long Jr. for HCTV.
If you're interested in donating, contact the Hawthorne President's Council at 310-643-5687. The The Hawthorne Historical Society held their 4th annual Hall of Fame induction banquet at Ayers Hotel. Sam Vargas was there to bring us the details.
It was a night of celebration for the city of Hawthorne.
This is the Hawthorne Historical Society Hall of Fame banquet, and every year the Hawthorne Historical Society honors Hawthorne citizens who have really done the city proud, who have really benefited the city in some way over a long period of time.
The 2018 class included longtime Hawthorne resident Joe Contestable, who was part of the first ever class to graduate from Hawthorne High School, where he was a multi-sport star.
I have to tell you, I was absolutely so surprised. I'm incredibly honored and humbled because I grew up here in Hawthorne. Hawthorne is my roots. In my personal and business life, I've traveled to most of the states, but my roots are here in Hawthorne. It all began in this city for me.
Also honored into the Hall of Fame was native businessman and current CEO of Belkin International, Chet Pipkin.
I was born here, I grew up here. In fact, right where we're standing in this moment, I walked from home to high school and from high school back, and it's been a absolute joy to be a product of the city and the people of the city, and it's great to be here right now.
Chet Pipkin was our version of Steve Jobs of Apple, where he created some cables in his garage and went on to an international field.
Famed musician Emmett Rhodes was emotional when discussing what this city means to him.
It's been my whole life. I was a little boy. I rode my bike all over the place. I've grown old here. What a wonderful place to grow old in. I think it's a wonderful city.
The Historical Society concluded the night with 2 more inductees, including the Kiwanis Club, a volunteer organization that has been serving the community since 1940, as well as Phillips Plumbing and Heating, which was founded in 1942 and has been family-owned and operated ever since.
What this does, it really shows that there's been people in this community that started here, that lived here, that now have gone on to the bigger and better things. And what we try to do is bring them home here. Tonight's attendance is the largest we've ever had, and we just anticipate that this is going to go on the same way for years to come.
And as the city approaches its 100-year anniversary, the Historical Society will continue to honor and celebrate its rich and diverse past. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Sam Vargas.
To learn more about the Hawthorne Historical Society, visit their website at www.hawthornehistorical.com. Coming up next on City News, we'll show you a carnival like no other and find out why there was a lot of cold noses but warm hearts in the South Bay. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. For all the science fans out there, the STEAM Carnival came back to Hawthorne for the 2nd straight year, this time hosted by Prairie Vista Middle School. Sam Vargas has the story.
The carnival is back in town, but not the one you are typically used to, as Hawthorne is playing host to the annual STEAM Carnival, an event that focuses on both science and technology and aims to reinvent the way our students learn.
STEAM is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Everybody's talking about STEM, but we think art is as important as the other elements. And a STEAM Carnival is really a full stack replacement for the science fair, because the science fair will get the kids who are interested in science, but a STEAM Carnival gets everybody. Who doesn't want to go to the carnival?
Run by the parent company 2-Bit Circus, the carnival debuted in 2014 and has been growing and expanding ever since.
We did in San Pedro, we did in 2014 STEAM Carnival. 90,000 square feet, 13,000 attendees, real huge event. And then went up to San Francisco in 2015. Again, 5,000 people a day, completely sold out, just monster event. We've done 2 in Dallas. We were in Hawthorne last year. So, STEAM Carnivals can be thrown by communities all over the world.
We've got music, we have games here that have all been invented by students. I mean, we have the trash band, which is phenomenal, instruments made out of trash. We have the glow tent over here, which has the mousetrap cars that my students made, over 60 of them. It's just a really fun event.
Many of the exhibits are on display in Inventor's Alley, where students can showcase their own personal creations.
My invention is a giant rubber band car. It uses around roughly 2.5 feet of bungee cord. which is basically giant rubber bands, and it attaches to a hook on the axle, which when you pull it back, it will tie up and it will propel it based on the tension between the big rubber band.
I actually made it to go under my bed and collect things. Use an app and then you make controls for it. But I made simple controls like opening it like that, closing it like that.
And according to students like Caleb, it's a unique experience.
It's inspired me how there are so many people that they don't really think they could do stuff like this, but they really can if they try hard enough.
And according to students like Caleb, it's a unique experience that will have an impact for years to come. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Sam Vargas.
To learn more about the STEAM Carnival or to make a donation, send an email to info@2bitcircus.org. People lined up for Hawthorne's paper shredding and electronic waste collection event to start off spring cleaning. The Public Works Department set up 3 ways to help the environment: shred paper, proper disposal of electronics, and a compost giveaway.
The 3 different components all kind of appeal to different audiences. So e-waste is good, and we do as much as we can to let people know you can't throw your electronics in the trash, so we give them an option. The compost is big. We have a lot of gardeners, and now, especially with the drought, people are really trying to be conscious of all that, and so giving away compost, which there's tons and tons of now, is good.
I came out for the paper shredding part, and I had about 6 bags because I've been saving, so I could participate in the event. And I like to help keep the environment clean, and I'm hoping that others want to do the same, and it's easier than doing the shredding at home.
The paper shredding is unlimited and done on site. Not only does it help protect the environment, it also helps to protect privacy. The city provides these services twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. To find out when the next one will be held, call 310-349-2980. The South Bay was howling with 4-legged friends as locals gathered to raise money and awareness for a good cause. Sam Vargas has the story.
The dog days of summer came a little early this year as the South Bay welcomed the inaugural Dog Fest Los Angeles, held at the Mingus Park in Redondo Beach.
Dog Fest is our largest fundraising event of the year for the organization. It's a national organization, so this one is our LA version, and this is their inaugural event. They've never had one here before, so it's very exciting that we've got so many people out here to see what a great organization this is.
The event is run by the company Canine Companions for Independence, which aims to provide assistance dogs for disabled children, adults, and veterans.
We're the largest service dog, assistance dog organization in the country. We provide 4 types of assistance dogs for people of different physical disabilities. We also have a military program, a veterans initiative, and we also are now in a program training dogs for PTSD.
Dog Fest are held year-round throughout the country. They rely entirely on the support they receive from donors and sponsors to provide their service dogs free of charge.
Donations and sponsorships, I mean, that's where we get our money. We get no government funding, we don't get medical insurance benefits or refunds, so everything comes from donors like you'll see out here today.
Each dog is put through a rigorous training course that can take up to 2 years and over $50,000 to complete. It's time and money well spent, however, because for most, receiving one of these dogs is a truly life-changing experience.
When I did get Patch, I felt like he has given me my whole confidence back. Before, when I didn't have him and I would go out in public, I would feel like I was getting a lot of stares and children didn't want to talk to me anymore, and I was very different. But after I got Patch, it's like, wow, look at the cool dog, and then they see my disability second.
It's a cause that has inspired people to volunteer their time and effort in any way possible.
It was something that I did with my son as a volunteer project, and it quickly became a family event, and the people that we met through Canine Companions quickly became an extended family. It's one of the most wonderful nonprofits I've ever come across, and it's magic when these dogs are matched up with recipients.
He's my best friend. He's with me 24/7, and he goes everywhere with me.
Organizers hope that with enough support, more people like Annette can find their best friend as well. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Sam Vargas.
For more information about Canine Companions or to volunteer or donate, visit their website at www.cci.org. It's that time of year again as local high school students are being honored for completing an after-school program. Tony Long Jr. has the details.
The South Bay Workforce Investment Board hosts their annual Fit for Gold closing ceremony.
It's a program that was designed for high school seniors to be able to help them throughout the school year, to be able to get them to participate in after-school activities.
One of the main concepts of the program is having teens help and serve their younger peers in the community.
They're out in the community and working with middle school and elementary school age children in their after-school programs, providing recreation activities and then also tutoring.
The importance of the program is shown through the success rate of its participating students.
And these are regular kids, they're not screened out by being A students or A plus or B. These are regular kids. So 98% graduate high school and over 90% go on to college.
Among the Hawthorne students graduating from the program is Fortune, a student from the Hawthorne Math and Science Academy.
The most fun thing is probably working with the kids because I taught them a lot of things and at the same time they got to teach me a lot of things as well.
Lusinger High and Fit for Gold alum Aisha Butt returns to address the new graduating class as a keynote speaker.
I'm really, really grateful to be here and I really appreciate the opportunity that I was given when I was a Fit for Gold cadet.
The South Bay Workforce Investment Board just completed its 15th year of the Fit for Gold program. For HCTV, this is Tony Long Jr.
For more information, visit the South Bay One Stop Career Center website at www.southbayyouth.org. When we return, find out why pies were flying for a good cause. The Islamic Center of Hawthorne had an interfaith service for people of all faiths. HCTV reporter Abby Grimion has the story.
The Islamic Center of Hawthorne was filled with many who came together to remember the lessons of Ramadan and celebrate its conclusion with a feast for their congregation and the community.
Every year we have this event, during the month of Ramadan, just like, to define what's month of Ramadan. We have 30 days where all the Muslims fast from early in the morning, sunrise until sunset. So we choose one day to share this experience with the community and also at the same time, to look for what we can do together for the community at large.
Members of the interfaith groups committed to helping their community were there to show support for their Muslim brothers and sisters.
Well, this is about my second or third time being here at the Islamic Center here in Hawthorne. We're always just very honored to be part of this community.
They can call God Allah, we call him God. Other people call others name. And it's important to recognize that a lot of people don't realize that we have a lot in common and we are all worshiping one God. And he created us to be brothers and sisters.
A community service to remember how much everyone has in common. For HCTV, I'm Abby Grimion.
The Islamic Center of Hawthorne has had an interfaith ceremony for the past 20 years, and its next planned community event is Open Mosque Night. For more information, go to their website at www.ichla.org. The Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce held an event at St. Joseph's Community Center on what to do before, during, and after a disaster occurs. Statistics say about 80% of Southern California's population are either ill-prepared or not prepared at all for what to do in a disaster such as an earthquake.
One thing you have to take into consideration is during a natural disaster or an incident, you're not going to have police and fire services. You're going to have to fend for yourselves, and who knows how long that's going to take.
Some tips and a list of some items was provided to have on hand if and when a disaster occurs.
It's so important to have the water, the batteries, the flashlights, the garbage bags, all of that, and the canned food, because you aren't going to be able to go out and get any of this. So, I mean, I don't think anyone really understands how important this is to get everything that they need for a major earthquake.
The event featured a question and answer segment and how to better prepare people for a crisis.
Also get to know our community a little bit better, because I do think that we need a block watch team or someone, and kind of know who has what and who's good at what and what talent someone has, so we know who to go to in case of emergency.
And HPD's Lieutenant Steve Romero agrees.
The more that the public prepares themselves, the easier it will be for us to respond
and the better that the community health will be preserved through the community as a whole, taking ownership on responding to that event.
To reiterate, the first thing we need to do is be prepared. Have a plan, keep supplies, stay informed, and get involved. For more information on when the next disaster preparedness event is, call the Chamber of Commerce at 310-676-1163. A few staff members at Hawthorne High School got pies to their face. Jennifer Murillo tells us why.
6 staff members have volunteered themselves as targets in the fight against polio.
The Knights and Iconians, also known as the Interact Club, sold cream pies during lunch at the annual Pies for Polio fundraiser.
So polio is a really infectious disease and it targets a lot of their immune systems. It's caused by water contamination, so it just makes them really ill and sick.
Students and other staff members were able to purchase cream pies for $2 to pie their favorite or not so favorite teacher while helping raise money for a good cause.
Teachers, they can be very hesitant because it's whipped cream on their faces and they get very sticky, but we tell them that it's for a great cause and they're all trying to help fund this immunization for these children.
I get along with all the teachers and staff here. I just did it for fun. I just picked a couple.
Because he's an ex-basketball coach, so we got history, cool. This is all fun, all games.
The funds raised will be used to purchase the vaccine that helps end the wild polio virus, a virus which mostly affects children under the age of 5. Since 1988, Rotary International, its partners and clubs such as these, have worked at raising money for the End Polio campaign.
Currently, with the help of Rotary, we've eliminated 99.9% of it, so that's really great with all our efforts. So that's approximately 2.5 billion kids that we've helped.
I love the idea that students are actually investing time and effort to try to change the world.
Their efforts have not been in vain. In 2017, only 17 cases were reported, and currently Nigeria, Afghanistan, and Pakistan are the only 3 countries in the world experiencing polio cases.
So to all the kids that always get me, I want you to know that I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, because that motivates me to just keep doing what I'm doing, knowing that I'm impacting their lives.
The Interact Club raised a total of $108 that will be matched by the Rotary Club. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about polio or other causes that Rotary International is involved in, go to www.endpolio.org. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. We'll take you to the grand opening of a new UPS store in Hawthorne. Plus, see which furry friends came to City Hall for the annual rabies clinic. And we'll show you who was recognized at the annual Rotary and Kiwanis Police Officer and Firefighter of the Year event. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630 or email us at hctv@hawthorneca.gov. Don't forget, you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the Steam Carnival. See you next time.